Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, I've been doing a bit of a gay movie marathon, and I've been going through some of the more dark films. For years, I've had the Mathew Shepard story, and I haven't watched it. I grew up in a small town, and I had a lot of bullying and harassment. And after I was outed, um, I had threats and attacks and assaults, and was stalked and feared for my life for a while. It was pretty traumatic, and I kind of didn't want to watch the Matthew Shepard story. That was sort of my worst nightmare. Um, and it was kind of traumatizing to watch it, very triggering. Tried to do a review and just ended up crying. There was a second film that they made. Actually, it screened first. This was on HBO. It's called the Laramie project, and it was a film version of the play. The play, basically, some people went into the town to witness what was happening after Matthew was beaten and left tied to a fence to die for being gay. He was taken to the hospital and he lived for 6 days, but then he died. And the world sort of media was watching, and it really brought attention to hate crimes. And he really put a face on hate crimes and sort of became the face of victims of hate crimes. And when they went to this town, they just interviewed everyone about the town, about the people, about the victim, about the murderers, and it's a very fascinating piece. I mean, the film is done, as a film, but you know that basically all the dialogue is interviews and things that were written. So it's interesting, it's disturbing, it's sad, it's beautiful as well, and I just watched it. So it's a bit more hopeful, I think, than the Mathew Shepard story. Um, um, I mean, one of the things I loved was how many actors I recognised were in it. Janine Garofalo, Joshua Jackson, Catherine Manheim, Christina Ricci, Laura Linney. There was a lot of people. Obviously, people wanted to be involved because they wanted to show their support, and that was, that's beautiful. It's disturbing what happened, and I mean, some good did come out of what happened to him. They found a way to give more meaning to his life and what happened, and that's sort of touching. But at the same time, I would have liked to think that we could move forward without something like that happening, to show what hate is really capable of. But yeah, I just hearing his father's speech at the trial a second time, because they pretty much read it verbatim with the actors in the first film. It was sad but beautiful that they were big enough people to find the mercy in their hearts to spare the murder of their son, and what that means for his legacy, versus pushing for the death penalty or something like that. So yeah, just a really powerful, interesting film. Kind of plays like a documentary in some ways. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm just exhausted from watching the two films. Like I said, it's very triggering, and I kind of was procrastinating about watching the films for a few days, but I've watched them now. I've sort of faced that anxiety and fear that I lived with for all those years that I didn't sort of want to revisit, and it takes me back to a really bad time in my life, and I'm just glad that what happened to him didn't happen to me. I mean, I wonder what he'd be doing now. Yeah, it's just really sad. Regardless of what good came out of it, in the end, and how it changed things, it's just sad. And I'm just going to suggest that people watch the film and that his memory stays alive through the movies and the play, and that we never forget what hate can do, and to try and change that any way we can. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the films.